You're watching the Eternal Tournament Series.
And we're back. This is the quarterfinals of Week 4 Eternal Tournament Series in Season 2. I am Mark, a.k.a. aReNGee. In the booth with me is the one, the only, the Ilyon. We've got a sweet matchup and two players we have yet to see on camera today. I'm excited. What do you think about this matchup? And maybe I guess a recap of the top 8 too, since we did that.
We haven't seen either of these decks yet out of these two matchups that we have right now. So we've got two different deck lists right now, and we have 3 Argenport mid-range lists in the top 8. But everything else is different besides that. We have 5 other deck lists that are all wildly different that have made it in as well. And 2 of them here are going to be piloted by Tin Man and Dr. Hero. Tin Man is on a Stone Scar aggro list, and we have Dr. Hero on Hornstoker, which is like a Praxis mid-range list running Flamestoker and Shogun of the Wastes of all.
Yeah, that's
things.
Exciting.
So it's running some spicy things. The other things that we have in the top 8, rounding things out, is we did have TJP mid-range come through, and we also had Magikarp's Praxis tokens list, and rounding it out, we had Sifu Danny on Chalice. So we actually have a really diverse top 8 here. I know I'm gonna just say it right now. I'm gonna put my money down. I'm gonna go for Magikarp. I'm saying Praxis tokens all the way. So what are your thoughts for what's gonna make it all the way to the top? What's taking down mid range here? Mid range and all the ones trying to take down AP mid range.
I mean, I don't know. When over a third of your top 8 is a single deck, I'm gonna go with that deck.
You're gonna go with Argenport?
I'm gonna go with Argenport. I don't want to.
And where's the hope in your heart? Where's the hope in your heart?
Oh, that was lost several years back. Yeah, that hasn't been there for a while.
Well, we're about to go into this match with. we'll get off your heartlessness and talk about Tin Man and Hornstoker. Tin Man needs a heart, and we don't need to talk about 2 people without hearts. So we've got a hideout 4 hideout pistol.
That's a Wizard of Oz reference there. I like it. Yeah,
so we've got like a little bit of gunslinger synergy in here with like Champion of Chaos, Bandit Queen, Vicious Highwayman, Argenport Instigator, Outlaw, all those kinds of general goodness. You've got the Grenadin Drones, Onironins, kind of your typical Stone Scar list. It's making a little bit of a comeback here. And then the Hornstoker list, as we mentioned, sweet cards with Shogun of the Wastes and playing Flamestokers, and actually runs 4 Cult Aspirants too. I think with this matchup, like Shepherd's Horn is going to be really key, right?
Yeah,
like they're running Theurge main deck too.
Yeah,
so it's going to be a tough matchup.
I don't know. I'm a really big fan of the Cult Aspirant, the Shepherd's Horn and Flamestoker combo, because you're always going to win going big. The only problem there is that realistically, Cult Aspirant, not really a 1-drop in the deck. It's at minimum a 3-drop. Most of the time, you're not dropping them until 4 when you have another Overwhelm unit to be able to be played. Though, basically, if Dr. Hero ends up with a Shepherd's Horn in hand at any point in time, and he actually gets it in play and then lives a turn past that, so we're talking like turn 4, I think it's going to Dr. Hero.
Yeah, I think that I kind of like Dr. Hero in the matchup here, just because of the fact they do have out of the sideboard as well 2 more Devoted Theurges. So you're going to have, after sideboard, 4 Devoted Theurge and 4 Shepherd's Horn with Temple Scribes and like Dawnwalkers. That's a lot of stuff to bust through for the Stone Scar list. But we're going into the game here. Tin Man's kept this hand. We've got Pyro Knight coming down on turn 1. Turn 2, probably second Pyro Knight.
Yeah, hold up Torch, be able to play the Stone Scar banner. I think I'm doing good things here. Dr. Hero, I guess going back to your original question, I think if I have to pick a deck that I want to win, it's probably gonna be Dr. Hero's deck. But yeah, do we have anything to trigger?
There's nothing in hand to trigger Horn except, you can get Flamestoker, but that's really slow. Nothing immediate. Yeah. Like Sandstorm Titan is great to block this, but it's just so slow right now. Not having anything before that is really kind of backbreaking here.
But Tin Man can't really do anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say the one problem is that like Cha-Cha is not really turned on, right? Or Champion of Chaos not really doing a lot. Smartly, Dr. Hero not blocking, sniffing out pretty obviously the torch. And still nothing here for Dr. Hero, though. I mean,
there's a Diplo seal off the top for Tin Man. Tin Man will be able to play these Vicious Highwaymen and decide whether they want to play him or not. I guess you could go Bandit Queen, but like I think you really need another power. Tin Man might just have to sit back again, or at least I guess they could attack in with the Argenport Instigator or their Champion of Chaos.
They could attack in with both of the Argenport Instigator, Champion of Chaos, representing the torch again, and then after combat, lead with the Highwayman. But no, they're just going to wait. I think that they're just going to slam in with everything. I actually really like that play. You know that Dr. Hero's on the back foot. They need some time to recover. You've got a ton of damage in hand. Bandit Queen is like for sure lethal next turn unless there's something pretty incredible coming down from Dr. Hero.
I mean, the torch plus any unit getting through is lethal. So
yeah.
Oh,
Temple Scribe.
Okay.
I mean, gains some life, but going to 6, not enough. We've got Bandit Queen coming down.
It's
not enough.
Vicious Highwayman cleans it up. Duh. Yeah.
Well, they could also with Bandit Queen, you'd get Pyro Knight through, right? So that would be
sorry, I forgot about the +1 from Bandit Queen. Yep.
Yeah. So no matter what, they were dead. Either one of these lines will do it.
Yeah, Dr. Hero's hand was exactly what they wanted, except not as much power. Had they had anything with Overwhelm to get that +3 life a little bit earlier, I think it would have been a different game.
Well, really, they just needed like a torch or like something like that just to influence the early game. Temple Scribe, initiate to power things out faster. Right? Yeah. No, they do. Right. This deck doesn't even run torch in the main.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like a Colt Aspirant earlier, I think would have been fine. A Dawnwalker would have been fine. 2 of the Devoted Thurges in the main deck would have been fine. Shatterglass would have been. There were a lot of things that they had that they could have drawn earlier that would have been very good. Now we're going to get right into our game 2 here because again, this is in the top 8, so it's a best of 5 scenario. So we're going to play 2 games pre-board, and then at least 1 game post sideboard, and we have the potential of getting up to 5. So we'll see how it's going. Of course, Tin Man up a game over Dr. Hero. Dr. Hero has a pretty sweet hand, though. Looking at that now, that's going to be a little difficult for Tin Man. We do have the Vicious Highwayman. We'll be able to answer one of these Dawnwalkers, but those Dawnwalkers get a lot of life.
It's a ton of life, and they've got to bust through. I mean, afterwards they just have to keep busting through them over and over and over because a single like Sandstorm Titan, they just buy back all of them. That's just game, right? Like I don't think that that Tin Man can really recover from that if you manage to go Dawnwalker without dying, and then like lead up with a Sandstorm Titan. I don't know that Stone Scar deck can deal with that kind of value and that kind of life gain.
And the Flamestoker was just drawn for Dr. Hero. So if Dr. Hero can get to that point, those Flamestokers are going to trigger the Dawnwalkers every single time. We're going to see 2 Dawnwalkers come down next turn. Oof.
Yeah, this is a lot of life. This is going to be very hard for Tin Man to get out of. Vicious Highwayman does pick off a Dawnwalker, and they do get to smash in for a lot, but it's just kind of an unending value train right now. Torch. They can't play Highwayman because they didn't draw the fire, so we're stuck with like Hideout Pistol Torch is a possibility. Yeah.
So,
but it's just not enough damage. Like that's 7, 8, 9. Like you're dealing 9 damage, putting them to 16. I think that's the play, not knowing what's in Dr. Hero's hand, but we know that Dr. Hero has another Dawnwalker that's going to gain them more life. If they get a Sandstorm Titan or something off the top, then
there's the 4th time sigil. That was the missing piece here. This is going to be huge because now gaining 3 more life, buffering their life total just a little bit, keeping them at 19. Dr. Hero has the 3rd fire influence and 6th power in hand for that Flamestoker. That Flamestoker is going to come down. That's going to be 9 life on Dr. Hero's 7th turn. And importantly,
importantly too, it's actually going to be more than 9 life because they also gain it from the Infernus itself, so it's going to be 12.
Oh yeah, because they're ideally trading this off here. Yeah. So I was saying 9 life in the yard right now. It's going to be 12 exactly like you said here.
Yeah, and I mean the problem here for Tin Man too is that they're stuck on power. Like they're just squeezed. They're not able to, land the Highwayman like they would like to pick off the Dawnwalker, get in for some extra damage, maybe get a Warcry going. They have to basically kill them right now, and it's just not really going to happen.
And this is something minor, and I don't think it's actually going to matter in this game. Dr. Hero played that seat in their hand, which gives away to Tin Man that the last card in Dr. Hero's hand is a sigil. So I probably would have played that sigil because it doesn't actually change what you would have done this turn, and it would have hidden the fact that what was in the hand. Super minor point. Again, don't think it actually matters here. Dr. Hero is sitting at and
warped Heart of the Vault, just kind of being the nail in the coffin here, because the one chance, and then into a Trailmaker too, just to have another chump blocker.
Wow.
I was gonna say one of the few things that would be possible is like somehow, with Vicious Highwayman get in and get a ton of damage, but it's just not enough. Now that these Dawnwalkers are going to be unexhausted, I can't see an out here.
Guaranteed to be gaining another 3 life.
Really kind of the only hope, the only thing that Dr. Hero was afraid of there was not having a blocker and Tin Man like landing like a Bandit Queen and just going for 20 immediately. I don't know that they would have had that much, but it would have been close, right? 3, not quite, but very, very close.
Dr. Hero is representing lethal, so Tin Man can't. I don't think Tin Man can attack it all. But I guess they can attack with 1 unit.
Well, they're going to use that to kill the. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so they kill that and they deal a bunch of damage here, but I mean, they get to just chump with no. Not chump blocking with the Trailmaker. I mean, because
I guess it's just
Champion of Chaos doesn't have Overwhelm yet. I think that I would.
Oh no, because
because they would have exactly lethal on the backswing. Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, I hadn't done all of the math. That makes sense.
Yeah,
because you know that they don't have any power left, like they can't kill you, so it makes sense to just not block.
They also knew they were getting that Heart of the Vault off the top, so that would have been 2 points of damage right there as well. To clean up
perfectly played by Dr. Hero. Not blocking there. You know that the power got played, so there's no way that they can like play another power and torch you to death. So you just keep up your lethal and go on to game 3. And now we get the sideboard. I've got to imagine that we're going to see 3 torches and a Purify come in for Dr. Hero, which is the most that they can bring in.
Yeah, that seems
also those Theurges.
Yeah, the DTs probably coming in. I do agree with the torches, the Purifies more than likely coming in as well. Tin Man, I have to imagine those Statuary Maidens are coming in. They seem pretty good here, especially just trying to get those Dawnwalkers to not recur. But like, are you slowing your deck down too fast at that? Like, are you slowing your deck down too much at that point?
Maybe, but you have to answer those Dawnwalkers. Dawnwalker plus Horn is what kills you.
So maybe
it's a tough matchup post sideboard.
Well, I guess you can trim with 2
sideboard.
Yeah, I think you can trim with 2 of these hideout pistols for Statuary Maidens. Like, are this maybe? I don't know.
I think you could probably trim some hideout pistols.
Sabotage you probably also want to come in just to try to get the horns out of their hand.
Yeah, Horn is kind of the killer for you. If Horn comes down versus not coming down like that, I mean, that's the difference between a game with a Horn and a game without is huge. We saw that game there, and I mean, without Horn, it wouldn't have mattered how many Dawnwalkers got recurred. So Horn was really the key there. Like we're focusing a lot on the Dawnwalker, but really Shepherd's Horn was kind of what mattered. And it looks like we've got the game up here, so we're gonna jump right back in.
Let's see. Tin Man cannot keep that opener. Tin Man is going to have to mulligan here into a much better hand. Let's see what Dr. Hero's got. I like that if I'm Dr. Hero.
Oh, yeah, that's a sweet hand. You just lead with the banner, and then turn 3, you play Shepherd's Horn and get a free Cult Aspirant.
Yep. Hopefully you draw something else that you can play on. Like, again, I don't know if you played on turn 3 just to try to get around the torch. Or the potential for a torch, but you need some pretty specific stuff in order to not have that happen. So let's take a quick gander here.
Yeah,
then
yeah, you can't really wait, I don't think. I think you just have to play it and hope. You're gonna try and just last as long as possible against this Stone Scar deck, because the longer the game goes, the higher the chances you have of winning. So, and you got to try and they're just gonna seek power.
Well, I mean, they'll still be able to play because they haven't played a power for the turn.
Didn't they play a power? No, right, because they've got the trail marker. Yeah. Yeah, so they play Shepherd's Horn into the Cult Aspirant, get a 2/2, and
so now this hideout pistol is the hideout pistol also goes and then answers the
you can kind of just clean up the board here. So you hideout pistol and torch, right?
Yep.
And then just lead into Bandit Queen for afterwards.
Yep.
I think that's what I would do. I mean, I think there's an argument to play Cha-Cha. Oh, they're gonna try and go for the double block. They're hoping they get a blowout here, and then they can just play Champion of Chaos afterwards.
I don't like that. Because you still can't play Champion of Chaos because you have to fire off the torch. So, I don't know. You get the hideout pistol, so you get 2 points of damage.
Here's the Champion of Chaos. There's no way that they're going to torch and hideout pistol after that.
Yeah. Yes. And now get punished. I guess the Champion of Chaos.
Champion of Chaos can still hideout pistol the World Bearer.
Wow.
They can still do it. It's actually big enough because they did have the shadow.
Yeah.
So they still get it.
There we go.
I think you're willing to attack the 3/3 still. I think you still have to get in with Argent Porter. Oh, right. Yeah, they still have
you need to torch first.
So you get in with everything. Yep. That worked out pretty well. I mean, they had the enough to get in with the hideout pistols, so honestly, worked out just fine. They're gonna have the 7/5 die now to this Predatory Carnosaur, I imagine.
Yeah, but then Bandit Queen just comes down.
Yep. Right. Yeah, no, it leaves Dr. Hero in a really bad spot. It's not going to be easy for Dr. Hero to come back from this.
Yeah, there's no way you leave that back to block, right?
No, that's insane.
Oh
man.
What's the...
Well, that's the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're in trouble no matter what, so I guess that going for the high variance line, hoping you draw a torch or something to kill that, and you don't have to trade off your 6/6 and you have it back to block everything else makes sense. But it's just a rough position to be in. Yeah,
but you have to imagine that Tin Man might have brought in Obliterate just as answers to some of the bigger.
Yeah, but you're not being Obliterate anyways, right? Obliterate just goes for your face. You're just gonna.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but because of the trample damage, so you could have. I don't know. You could have saved a little. Whatever.
Yeah, it's a tough situation no matter what. You're not beating pretty much any burns, so you're just kind of doing a high variance play there. Trying to kill it. Hope that they don't have anything else, because honestly, Dr. Hero kind of puts themselves on I can't beat anything else, so I might as well try and get the most value out of this. And I can kind of see that line.
Yeah, I think that's fair. So that's gonna take us into game number 4. Currently, Tin Man leading over Dr. Hero. I honestly thought Dr. Hero was gonna have a little bit more of a leg up in this matchup, but Tin Man's really been going quick.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on just how many Overwhelm units they get and how often they get the curve right into Shepherd's Horn. They did get it that time, though, and it just didn't help them enough, right? So not enough Overwhelm units.
Yeah.
And some really big hideout pistols from Tin Man just kind of taking it down. Hideout pistol being able to kill World Bearer Behemoth is certainly something.
It's very good. Very. Were you playing when Champion of Chaos got +1/+1 for each one of the whenever they got each one of the tiers?
Oh, are you talking Champion of Chaos?
Yeah, Champion of Chaos.
When Champion of Chaos became a 5/5?
5/5. Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, it just greatly ate a nerf at one point. Stone Scar used to be a little bit better when Rapid Shot cost only 1 power, and when Champion of Chaos was a 5/5 and not a 5/3.
Yes,
it's already pretty good, as we're seeing here. In what I thought was actually a decent matchup for Dr. Hero, and Dr. Hero's kind of just been getting bodied. So it shows you the power of Stone Scar. Stone Scar can just be so explosive.
Oh, for certain.
Bandit Queen represents an incredible amount of damage on a lot of turns. Oh, there's the horn. That was a great draw. Still in a bit of trouble, though. They do have, I mean, you have the Dawnwalker and the World Bearer. Certainly looking better. You got to windmill slam this cult aspirant, right?
Yeah, you definitely play that. No, because like you don't
want to draw out a torture, probably. Because you want to be able to play multiple things next turn and maybe just get it bigger before they can torch it. You'd still have to top deck though to do that.
Yeah, this way you also open up the ability to double block if you really wanted to. Right, we're not going to see that. Yeah, I kind of like.
I would have.
Getting the champion.
The champion seems like a good idea. Yeah, I would try and get the champion off there. You don't need the Initiative Sands to play your World Bear even. So
no, I would exactly.
I'd be fine with that. I mean, it puts you off of being able to play Flamestoker anytime soon, but you already don't have the firepower for it anyways.
Well, there we go. With that crest off the top, you're good to go. So I imagine, we're going to see crest, get a scout, devoted thirds, definitely staying on top.
No, I like Dawnwalker first. You got to try and get Dawnwalker to die so that you can get it back with World Bear and gain more life. I actually like that.
Okay.
I'm fine with that play.
Yeah.
Like,
do you just
you've got to think that there's a really large percentage of the time where World Bear Behemoth is also just going to trade with these Champions of Chaos anyways because they're going to get deadly.
Okay. Yeah, I think
Although I really think that they should be trying to trade this Cult Aspirant.
Well, now they have the ability to chump block, right? Because they're going to be able to, or they go ahead and just eat whatever they're playing because they're playing the World Bearer Behemoth this turn.
Maybe, but I mean, like you could also see like a Bandit Queen off the top. You could also see like just a fire.
Yeah.
You could see it like you're not going to be able to always.
You got to live
dangerously. Champions of Chaos, right? Like it's really dangerous. I don't know. I like trying to stabilize there and just trading it off before they become a bigger problem. Well, now we're going to
be able to Dawnwalker. Yep. Okay. So eat. Yeah, get both of the Champion of Chaoses off of there. You're still taking a good amount of damage. You're taking, what, 5, 8, 9 damage here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and no Overwhelm unit to rebuy the Dawnwalker and gain a bunch of life back. So
you just need a 5 power. So Dr. Hero's got a lot of draws and can get that. That's a Shepherd's Horn. Not exactly what we're looking for.
Yeah, you just got to land DT, right?
Yeah. I think you definitely play Thurge. Then you have a Torch. Not the worst here.
But so if we attack all out, we're seeing, I mean, you Cinder Yeti down the 5/5 and then attack in with the team. It puts a lot of pressure on Dr. Hero.
It does. Dr. Hero really needs to find something else.
Going to be able to eat this Devoted Theurge, even if it just blocks the 1/1. And you're also looking at, that's just lethal. Right, they're not blocking with if they're not blocking with the 1/1, they have to block the Initiate. Okay, and that's just putting them off of lethal. Well, no, even then it still is because they've got the Argent Port Instigator. Argent Port Instigator will clean it up.
Yeah, they have to block here. Yeah, they have to. Well, they have to block Assassin.
Yeah, they have to block the 2/2. Otherwise, they just take lethal. Torch is enough. Yeah, so this is going to be the end of the game and the match for Dr. Hero.
Yeah, if they blocked the 2/2, they would. I don't know why Dr. Hero wanted the Initiative Sands that bad. Like, I mean, so it did open up the ability to draw. So if, like, the World Bearer Behemoth is the only draw off the top of the deck, or I guess also maybe playing towards a Heart of the Vault.
I was going to say they're playing towards Heart of the Vault. I think that it was right to not block there because the thing is again, you're in a bad spot. You're going to lose to a Torch anyways. Like, if you block.
You're not
like you're not actually dead. No, but you're not actually dead. But like you are functionally dead. Like you're
not though. He had the other horn, right? So that would have been a gain of 6 life if he drew a shatter, even without the why can't I think? Even without like the. I don't know what I'm saying, but basically,
if you 6 life there, like I don't know that you did. I don't know what you do if you live at 6/7 because there's such a board that you're facing down.
But he had to trade. He had to trade off a couple of his other units. You'd still have 2 blockers because you would have had the 5/5. You would have the 5/5, the 4/4, and whatever the unit that you played is. And so, like, if he drew a Shatterglass Mage, like that would have also drawn out. That would have gotten the
1 Dawnwalker back.
Yeah, but then that would have been 12 life gained to that turn.
12 life?
Yeah, because you play the horn that you have in hand.
Oh, because you play horn and then shatter glass?
Yeah.
Because you can horn and shatter glass with 5. So that would that's not enough because you'd only have 5 power. And shatter glass is 5. 6, so you'd end up with you'd need 6 power,
2.
Which means that you're which means that you lose an initiate.
Okay.
So like I think that Dr. Hero did the right thing there. Like it's unfortunate you're stuck in that position where it's like you're just losing to Torch. But like your outs are drawing, like you said, like a Shatter Glass Mage or drawing Heart of the Vault, which is it's gonna take that 6 power. And that's the only way that you get out of the game is by landing one of those. It's really, really low odds, but when you're on really, really low odds, you got to play to your only outs. And I think that was their only out, was to just like hope that there was no Torch and nothing else, and that you just top deck like a god.
Yeah. I mean, they would have been still at 7. They would have been at 7 life if they did that, and then they drew anything with Overwhelm.
Yeah, but I just don't see it. I think that they needed to do what they did.
It was rough. They still would have had 3. Because they still would have had 3 blockers, and there would have been 3 guys on the board left. I think it was. I just think it was correct to play around Torch. I think you had to play around Torch at that spot because they only would have had 3 blockers left. Yeah, they only would have had 3 blockers left on the board. They would have been fine. No. Maybe I'm doing my math wrong because
it was a very close game. Both people played pretty well. It was a lot of very, very fast math. And it's hard to do all of that immediately. So as you can tell, as we're debating all of the plays here, I mean, it's a complex situation. Everybody says that aggro is really, really easy to pilot and easy to play against stuff and like really linear, but I mean, it's really not. There's a lot of lines here that they could have taken. They could have blocked earlier with the Cult Aspirant. Tough game, really tough game, tough match. Well played by Tin Man, and Tin Man's going on to the semifinals. Do we have a backup match here? It looks like we might.
I don't know. There was just a victory that happened. Yep, Carp just won 3-1.
Yeah, all right. Looks like I think that we just had everything finish up.
Yeah. So real quick, let's talk. Because I like commentating. I think you're having a good time, Ilyon, and I think the people playing in the tournament also more than likely having a good time. So if we want to keep these good times rolling and pay honor to our Wump,
what do we do to keep the good times rolling? What do we do?
What do we do?
You explain to us.
Let me. So we depend on the generosity and kindness of our viewer base. So if you like us, there's a couple different ways that you can support us. Right? You can go ahead first and easiest, hit that follow button. Real quick. It's a little, you don't even have to double click. Some more, it's like, that's all you got to do. That's a huge help. If you like us even more and you want to support us through Twitch, you can go for the subscribe, because you got to click the button, then drop down, and then you got to click again, so you could subscribe to us. That's super helpful. If you want to donate to us, that's super helpful. Bits, fantastic. If you really, really like us, we got this thing called a Patreon. Okay. And the Patreon supporters, they get a shout out on stream. We have certain thresholds. And all of the money that we collect through all of our various channels, it goes to our prize pool. And so that's how we actually provide the cash prizes for the invitationals and for the annual championship at the end. And because let me tell you, we're not pocketing any of this, all right? This is a labor of love for everybody involved. And so, yeah, if you like what we do, please consider, tuning us in. Also, another thing coming to mind, you can consider turning off an ad blocker if you got it, because we do try to run ads every now and then. And, every little bit helps. So if you like what we're doing, go ahead and check out patreon.com/aReNGee Eternal. Look at there, or any of the other various methods that I so happily throw out. I'm losing my mind. It's been a long day today. You got anything to add to that, Ilyon?
No, but we just really thank everybody who does help support the ETS.
Yes,
like you said, I mean, all of it just goes straight to the players. It's how we have a free tournament that has as much prize support as there is. Also from like the wonderful sponsors that we have with Gaming and Battlefy. So we've got some really cool sponsors that help run all of this, but also all of you people sponsoring. So it does do a lot of work. And honestly, if you don't have any money, just hitting that follow button, sharing it out, telling other people that you know that like Eternal to watch the series does really help as well. It's a big thing to share it out. So if you can do that, it's a big help.
And also remember, thanks to Inked Gaming, we do have sweet mouse pads that are sweet custom art mouse pads that are going to be coming to the winners of our weekly Eternal tournament series. So yeah,
both finalists get it, not just the winner, but actually the the person who gets second as well. We get a winner and a runner-up, and they're both custom made for both first and second place.
Absolutely fantastic. That's super exciting. You know what? I hope whoever wins today enjoys it. And of course, congratulations to both Dr. Hero and Tin Man for making into the top 8. And of course, we'll see Tin Man in the semifinals coming up. But with that, we're going to take a quick little break, get the semis queued up for us, for y'all, and then we'll be right back. So stay tuned.